Now, Tim has a very unique system here, but here's one of the new things, American Single Malt. Now, I barely got familiar with wheat and rye and corn, and we tried the quinoa. We tried quite a few, and I still don't know what's going on. What makes American Single Malt so special?
It's a new category. It's a new category. People don't. There's a lot of diversity in the distilleries that are distilling it because they're pulling the malt from different parts. So that because it's 100% malted barley, where the grains come from does make an influence on what it is and what it tastes like, and then what barrel it goes into. And because the single malts have distilleries in different states, like they're aging them in those states too. So if it's Colorado or Maryland or wherever it is, like the grains, they're likely sourcing them local, and then their barrel storage is likely on site. So you're getting huge range on these, and I don't know how long MGP's been doing it, but probably between 2016, 2018, somewhere in there they started. The oldest ones I could find were 2018. And even then, like you say American Single Malt, I mean there's a few distilleries like Balcones in Waco, like they've been doing single malt for a long time, but now it's recognized as its own category by the TTB, so we could have labels that say American Single Malt on it, and so it's a real thing now. But yeah, people are still like, they associate it with Scotch, and I think you tried these on some of them on Saturday.
Yeah.
Would you say it's similar to Scotch?
Not at all.
Yeah, so
not at all. Scotch for me, Richard's opened my palate in terms of Scotch, but I'm gonna say this, and this is no knock. Richard, you can come over here, man. You can give him feedback. Like, I'm about to talk some little shit about Scotch, but it's not in a bad way. You give it context, all right? But Scotch has that hint of throw up somewhere. It's almost.
Oh, shots fired.
I'm not saying anything.
So which bottle have you had that has hints of throw up though?
It's like that. God, like. So
you don't know.
I don't know which one. Yeah. All of them have been good, especially at the front of the palate. But here go that Pete with that little hint of like, if I was going, like, you ate a hot dog and you're like, oh God, that's what that was. That was Scotch, man.
There's so many different kinds of Scotch.
And everyone Richard's brought for the most part has been good. Like, there's probably one I didn't like. Everything else was like, oh, I would drink this.
I mean, he could bring stuff that I know is not for you.
Oh yeah. Well, we haven't went down that rabbit hole.
I actually put him on a Lagavulin, a 12-year-old cast strength, highly smoked Lagavulin, and he liked it.
What?
Because we did a cigar pairing episode, and so one of the things I brought was a peated Scotch, and now he was already started smoking the cigar, so I was like, I don't know if he was picking up that the smoke was coming from the Scotch or if it was coming from the cigar, but then I brought it back up here on that Tuesday, and he tried it again. He's like, this ain't bad.
Yeah, it was.
Now, this is the first I'm hearing a throw up, though. I didn't hear anything about throw up on that Tuesday.
No, that one didn't taste like it, but some of them ones, they got that hint of this, that.
So my point is though that people are associating the single malt to Scotch because the mash bill is 100% malted barley.
But American Single Malt is nowhere near Scotch, and nothing I've tasted that you have that I had the pleasure of trying tastes anything like Scotch.
I mean, and I'm even like pleasantly surprised. Like even the samples that I got in, it's like, oh, I don't like malt. So I was figuring if it's all malt that I wouldn't like it. But I liked the samples, and then we got the barrels. Like, I really like the barrels. And we've had so many people come in just in the last couple days that we were able to have them try some of these samples, and they're like, wow, that's not what I was expecting. I really like this. So I think that's what makes this special, is because people have it in their mind that they don't like it, or it's going to taste like throw up, for you, as your example. And then when you try it, it doesn't taste like throw up. It tastes nice, and it tastes tropical, and it's got like all these fruit notes on it, and you get some of the cereal grains and some malt on some, but some you don't, and And I mean, you'd almost say some of these have some rye in them too, but they don't. So I think that's what makes these unique is there's such a big range on American Single Malt. Like, it's one of those things now where I go somewhere, if they have something on the menu that's an American Single Malt or at a distillery, like, I'm trying that now.
Yeah.
To where prior to these barrels, that's not what I would have gone to. But now it's like, man, I'm going down that rabbit hole that I just want to learn, and then that's going to kind of expand how much I know on stuff too, because it's like, wow, what brought these flavor components out? What brought this out? And to be able to change some of those things, and I want to have some of them sit here in this warehouse and see how that changes, and monitor those, and take a sample of what we have today versus 6 months from now. And I think that's cool. There's just so much diversity and potential with these barrels.
And Richard, in your case study, if you will, you're in here studying like Tim every day how to make great blends, but even more for find crazy barrels. What's the number one thing you've seen that's a difference between your malts that come from Scotland and the ones that we do in America?
I would definitely, so with the malts from Scotland, to me, that's like saying, like, Scotch to me is like music, you know what I mean? And you could have jazz, country, rap, and those can all be Scotch, you know what I mean? You can have a smoky, peated Islay or a heavily sherried, Speyside or a Highland, and they will taste completely different. Almost so much so that you wouldn't think that it's even Scotch. They shouldn't even fall under the same label, So there's a huge variety there. The closest type of Scotch profile that I would try to compare these to would be they're heavily honeyed, heavily on the tropical side of things. You generally see that in older Scotches that have been done in ex-bourbon. Generally, that's where you get some of the tropical notes for. Most of Scotch is done in a used barrel already. I'm not sure what the barrel treatment is on these malts.
I am.
Was there char to it? Was it virgin oak? Was it
level 4 char, virgin oak, brand new barrel.
Okay.
So that's part of the
like
reason
bourbon.
why if it had 51% corn, it would be a bourbon.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be crazy in terms of flavor. If they had put bourbon with this malt together and left it there for 6-7 years in Indiana, like...
Well, I mean, they do. There is bourbon that has high malted barley content. So
I haven't tried it. I'm a bad.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot out there. I mean, so... And like, we've got some rye that's 51 rye, 49% malted barley.
Oh, wow.
That actually tastes more like malt than the 100% single malt.
I would say if you're going to compare these to a Scotch, based on that tropical profile, it's closer to stuff that has been matured in ex-bourbon barrels. Yeah, not a wine finish, a sherry or a fino or an oloroso or any,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So which one should we try? When you go
So I kind of want to start at the 92 and 95, because I pulled those on Saturday when we had the group doing a barrel pick, and those were the other two that I hadn't opened yet of the 10.
Yeah.
I wasn't super impressed with them, so I didn't put them in the lineup, but I want to try those again. Maybe you can try them too, just to see
grab a glass, would you?
just to see if they're...
Now this goes back, this is a business question for you, Tim, because as you talked about being at the right place to a degree at the right time, because you're you're creating opportunity for yourself and your family, but you go, how did you know that single malt, or what made you think that this is going to be important?
Honestly, I tried a sample of it at Old Louisville Whiskey Company. My buddy Amin, man, this was like 2 years ago or something. He had a sample and he was excited about it. He's like, hey man, you got to try this. I'm like, no, I'm good. He goes, no, you should try it. I said, okay. And I tried it, and he got some of the barrels, and I was like, wow, I don't like single malt and I don't like malt, but I like this. And he goes, yeah. So I mean, he found that out before I did, and then when I tried that, I've been thinking about that for a year and a half or so, and then it's like, okay, it's time to diversify, and so that's what started it all. Because otherwise I would have been in my own head and still not done anything. So, but now people are starting to catch on that, and it's like, okay, now 5 out of the 10 barrels that we just got in are already committed. So
And this doesn't taste bad to me. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to be tasting when it comes to the single malt.
Well, Richard will tell you.
There we go, Richard. What is this?
I get a great honey on all of them, like almost all of them. I get a lot of honey on all of these.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of like cereal, like almost like a wheat grain, like a.
I get that. The honey bunches of oats kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure on that one. But I like that.
Me too.
I'm trying to wonder why I didn't like this on Saturday.
Yeah,
Getting a little bit of orange citrus on the nose.
This right here, I mean, it tastes fine. And fine ain't his expectations. You go, I don't see what it's kind of missing.
Yeah, the palate has something weird. What is that?
It's a little musty. It's not in a bad way. It's like there's a funk thing though. There's like it's like an attic or like when you grandma's house or something weird.
Did you say an addict?
Attic?
Yeah,
like an attic or a basement or like old boxes kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Yeah, like an old kind of moldy building or something.
Yeah.
Like an old building that has had water damage before.
Mothballs.
Mothballs.
Yeah, it's a mothball.
Yeah. I don't think that would sell if we
No,
called it
I agree
mothballs.
completely.
Hey, somebody might buy some mothballs.
No, but I don't hate that note. I don't like it by itself. You have to find a
I
complementary.
agree. The sweetness on the front of the palate doesn't push back far enough to get to that note, and then when it doesn't help it out. I think that it could be helped across the finish line for sure.
And that usually comes with age. So then you take something that doesn't have that age, and you add something like this, and you got to find the right one. But you can balance both of them out. So the blend is better than both of them individually.
And Richard, this is right up your alley because you're a Scotch guy, so you get to turn around and play with these American malts to see how far you can push them up.
It's almost like flour, like baking flour.
I can see that now.
Yeah, you know what? That I can taste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When the rolling pin comes up your face,
It needs something.
Yeah, it needs some help, man. But it's not bad though. Like if I never had a single malt and you were like,
I
"Hey,"
wouldn't drink this as is.
No.
But it's got potential to
I
pair
agree.
with something.
I absolutely
It's just going to be. These are the ones. Like sometimes I taste barrels and it's like, "Ooh, we got to try this barrel with that, and this is going to be awesome," and I'm excited about it. These are the ones where I like, this is going to be some work. I don't know. We're going to have to try multiple things, and then who knows how it's going to turn out. But so this will be some work, but potentially like this could be awesome.
the puzzle side of it is one of my favorite things though. It gets the wheels turning. It's like we
used
gotta
to
crack
like
it. You know what I mean?
When we weren't backed up on
Yeah.
production, I liked it. When we got people waiting for stuff,
hear you.
it's like
It's terrible. So that was, would you say 99 or 92 that we tried?
that was 92.
Okay,
Yeah.
92. What was another one that you weren't super fond of? That
Well,
you,
95. So the two on the very top.
so 95.
Yeah, 95.
Another one that's challenging. Where's your cup at? You going? Never mind.
I wanted like a new cup.
Yeah, there you go. Richard brought some. Here's a new one.
You got me calling glasses cups now.
It didn't seep in. It didn't seep in the brain. You say,
This one's different on the nose. This one's, I think this one's better on the nose.
think so?
Actually, I liked there was a cereal honey component to the last one that was good, but it had that funk, and now when I smell it, I get the funk on the nose after I drink it. This doesn't have funk.
Nope.
A light honey, not as much honey as the last one. You got this one, Richard?
Here.
I almost got a fruit component, like
this one?
a dried strawberry.
Yeah,
I think it's that. There we go.
yeah, it is, yeah, that was.
Like it's almost like the strawberry.
You sniff it out too.
Strawberry Special K, the cereal when you open up that has the freeze dried
dehydrated ones,
strawberries.
yeah.
And you open that up, that's what this smells
What's
like.
crazy is everything you described it is like, does malt have a heavier grain influence in terms of flavor than rye and wheat? because everything that you guys have said is like Teddy Grahams, or not Teddy Grahams, you guys did that one, but like the grain component that I'm sensing, the baking flour per se, everything's more earthy, it feels like on these than the other ones that I've tried here.
I feel like the notes are closer to the real thing than they are like approximations, like you get kind of getting like bourbon or rye sometimes where it's overly sweet, or it's the candied version. Like the honey on this tastes like actual honey to me. Like it's I feel like it's closer to the real world note.
That one's not bad.
I get that strawberry thing. I get a little bit of a melon thing on it too.
Did you say strawberry melon?
Yep.
Sounds great.
And did you go back and pour more of 95, or would you go do? That means he's trying to put a puzzle in his head together, trying to make it make sense. It's good.
It's funny that your strawberry call out was the dehydrated strawberries, because that's what it is. Like, it's not a real strawberry. You know what I mean?
It's funny.
No, it's not.
You're not the only one.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it just you nailed it.
I like this one more than the funky mothballs.
Yeah.
This one would almost, I don't know if it's ready to be bottled. This one would probably do good on either in a secondary barrel or like a dark wine finish.
Yeah. I can see that.
Oh, what do you think on? Probably not. You think this would be good on Armagnac?
I don't know. I haven't had too many 100% malt done in Armagnac.
He doesn't know, huh?
Yeah, that would be great on sherry.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh. I can see that it's got those sweet components to it that is like you would just enhance more enrichment.
That's kind of what everybody, the Scotch world is chasing. The Oloroso, the PX. Those are the finishes that everyone seems to want. And then Oloroso's old people wine, so those barrels are getting harder to get. People aren't drinking as much of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, a lot of like distilleries have had to resort to like seasoning barrel, like buying virgin barrels, throwing red wine in them, shaking it around, and then maturing stuff in there because they can't get Oloroso anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's two of the maybe 6 that are left. What's another one that you are intrigued by?
Well, the notes on this one, so honey, apple, melon, citrus, like that's right up my alley.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we started with those that I was like on the fence on before. So that should make this one even better. So if we're not super excited about this, that'll give us good information.
I will say the finish on 95 keeps making me salivate. The sweetness of it is still.
What causes that?
I like it. I don't know. I think it's just
behavior.
maybe it's the.
Physical reaction.
I think the sweetness carries to the finish, and I think that's part of it. A sucker for honey,
I like the nose on this one better. This one.
What are you into?
This next one. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rounder. It's got a little cream.
I would. I was anticipating being excited about this, and I'm glad.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, it's getting better. That didn't take long either. Man, the apple on this one. Did you have apple?
Yeah, we got apple.
Yep, apple. Man, like a Honeycrisp apple. That's cool. It's like very little malt on the nose on this, if any. Ooh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
love that.
Ooh, the finish is better too. That was
The thing that happens right after you swallow it, it's power. It's good.
Sheesh.
So I gotta see which clubs wanted which one. If that was not claimed,
That's the one that's getting bottled.
That's the one.
yeah, we were gonna bottle one for us this week. I would be happy with
That's
that
the one, yeah.
I would be happy with that one. I gotta see.
Great flavor.
Man, that's awesome. Like that, it tastes nothing like 100% malted barley. Nothing.
And it carries the sweetness all the way back.
And a great finish,
Yeah,
good mouthfeel,
yeah.
like everything about it is well-rounded, 118 proof. Like
Oh shit.
that thing's awesome.
118.
Yeah, I really like that.
Good lord. Good lord. Well, guys, American Single Malt is here. Definitely at the Blendery and some other places. I think Tim's going to figure out how to elevate, enhance, and between him and Richard, they're going to discover the best way to bring the best out of the whiskey per usual.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I haven't blended with this at all. I've been wanting to, but I mean, this could unlock
Oh, a million options.
a ton
Yeah.
of cool
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Like,
There's not a lot I think it wouldn't get along with as long as you made it either a little bit of it or a lot bit of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you can go halfway, but like minority or majority components, I think
so
you could blend it
maybe
really awesome.
we put one of these in the Battle of the Blends this year.
I was going to say it. I
That would
knew
be
you was
fun.
going to say that.
And so many, because everybody tries to guess what they are, and if we can find one that is unassuming like this, like that would be fun.
People saying it's a rye.
Yeah, on the weekend, on the weekend, people thought there was rye. Like, that would be fun. Maybe we do it, maybe we don't. Nobody will know until after the results.
You never know. You never know. Your job is just to build the best whiskey you can create if you choose to join the Battle of the Blend. Well, at anywho, man, look, American Single Malt Day, a little light investigating. So far, so good. You went down the rabbit hole of 3. And so 3 out of...
Do you like that?
I do.
Okay.
I do. This one right here. No bite, no kick. It's
soft. It's soft.
and you said it's 118?
118.3, yeah. Drinks well under that. Drinks like 100 almost.
It's good.
Crazy. I mean, this tastes like when somebody tells me they're drinking something from the regular store. Oh, it's 80 proof. I said, oh, you over there drinking Aquavitae. AKA just water. Stay tuned, people. Anything else you guys want to leave them with? For those people who have not tried American Single Malt, what's the trick to it, I guess? Keep it an open mind.
Try it.
Yeah,
like try
definitely
it.
try it. You owe it to yourself.
Other distilleries, try it at if you can try some MGP, single malt. Like I don't know. Do you know of any other MGP American Single Malt that's out right now? That's at least 6-7 years old.
Not that I know of, no.
I would like
Not Indiana. No.
Yeah, that anybody else has bottled, because I would like to potentially try that, because every and see how much diversity just in the lots and the different cooperages and that kind of stuff like that.
I mean, the companies that I know that are trying to do American Single Malt aren't sourcing, to my knowledge. I think it's all
Yep. Cool.
Whatever you have, the people keep it whiskey. You're up here. Ask for them single malts.